Welcome to Decoristique, where timeless interiors, vintage treasures, and rustic elegance come together to create spaces filled with character. Today, we are exploring vintage window decor ideas that can transform ordinary windows into distinguished architectural features, blending rustic charm with graceful glamour for rooms that feel warm, collected, and beautifully refined. Windows do much more than frame an outdoor view. With the right curtains, fabrics, trims, shutters, rods, and decorative accents, they can become an important part of the room's personality. From softly layered textiles to antique-inspired treatments, these ideas show how even a simple window can become a memorable centerpiece. If you love vintage, classic, and rustic home decor inspiration, make sure to subscribe to Decoristique, like this video, and share your favorite window decorating idea in the comments. Now, let's discover beautiful ways to give your windows that distinctive rustic glam character. One of the easiest ways to create a luxurious vintage window is through layered drapery. Combine flowing curtains with heavier side panels in fabrics such as linen, velvet, toile, damask, or textured cotton. The combination creates depth while giving the window a sense of softness and old-world sophistication. For a rustic glam effect, consider muted florals, faded botanical patterns, antique stripes, or warm neutral tones. Pairing patterned fabric with a quieter inner curtain can prevent the arrangement from feeling overwhelming while still introducing the collected character associated with traditional European interiors. The finishing details make the difference. Decorative curtain rods, aged metal hardware, vintage-inspired tiebacks, tassels, and subtle fringe can elevate a simple treatment into something that feels carefully curated. The goal is not perfection, but a layered appearance that suggests history, comfort, and timeless taste. Wooden shutters offer another wonderful way to introduce rustic character around a window. Whether painted in a softly weathered finish or preserved in a rich natural wood tone, shutters bring architectural interest while creating a connection to traditional countryside interiors. For a more vintage appearance, look for finishes that resemble aged paint, distressed wood, or softly faded craftsmanship. Cream, muted sage, dusty blue, warm taupe, and natural oak tones can work beautifully with classic furniture and rustic accessories without making the room feel overly formal. Shutters can also be combined with fabric treatments for added elegance. A simple valance or pair of flowing side curtains positioned around wooden shutters creates a balanced contrast between structured architectural lines and softer decorative textures. Floral curtains can instantly bring vintage personality into a room, especially when the patterns have an aged or painterly quality. Think delicate roses, trailing vines, wildflowers, faded botanical illustrations, or traditional garden motifs that feel inspired by antique textiles. To keep the look sophisticated, choose patterns with slightly muted colors rather than overly bright contrasts. Dusty rose, olive, cream, ochre, faded blue, and warm beige can create a beautifully restrained palette that complements both rustic wood and refined classic furnishing. Botanical curtains become even more effective when repeated subtly throughout the room. A small floral motif on a cushion, upholstered chair, ceramic piece, or decorative print can visually connect the window treatment to the rest of the interior, creating a cohesive and thoughtfully collected atmosphere. Curtain hardware is often overlooked, but it can completely change the impression of a window treatment. Antique brass, aged bronze, wrought iron, and softly weathered metal rods can introduce a touch of rustic character while providing the elegant foundation needed for heavier or layered fabrics. Decorative finials are especially effective when you want the window to feel more distinguished. Traditional scrollwork, carved shapes, rounded details, and vintage-inspired silhouettes can turn functional hardware into a decorative architectural accent. For a cohesive rustic glam look, coordinate the hardware with other metal details in the room. Aged brass can complement vintage mirrors, bronze can echo antique furniture accents, and wrought iron can reinforce a farmhouse-inspired atmosphere. These small connections help the entire room feel intentionally designed. Valances can give windows a distinctly traditional character, particularly when they feature tailored shapes, subtle pleats, decorative borders, or vintage-inspired fabrics. They work especially well in dining rooms, studies, bedrooms, and formal sitting areas where a more decorative approach feels appropriate. For rustic glamour, consider combining a structured valance with natural fabrics or gently faded patterns. Linen, cotton, toile, and damask can provide the visual richness of traditional interiors without making the space feel excessively ornate. Cornices offer another option for adding architectural definition. A wooden cornice painted in a distressed finish or upholstered in classic fabric can frame the upper portion of the window beautifully, creating a strong visual transition between the walls and the window treatment. Sometimes the most beautiful window treatment is enhanced by what surrounds it. Antique mirrors, carved wall accents, vintage artwork, ceramic collections, wooden shelves, and small decorative objects can help integrate the window into the broader composition of the room. Consider placing symmetrical decorative pieces on either side of a window for a more formal classic effect, or create a slightly asymmetrical arrangement for a relaxed rustic feeling. The important thing is to leave enough visual breathing room so that the window remains an important focal point. Natural textures can also strengthen the rustic side of the design. Woven baskets, aged wood, dried botanical arrangements, ceramic vessels, and textured textiles add warmth while keeping the overall look grounded. Combined with elegant curtains and vintage hardware, these elements create the perfect balance between countryside charm and refined glamour. Vintage window decor has the power to completely reshape the atmosphere of a room. Whether you choose layered drapery, antique shutters, floral textiles, decorative hardware, elegant valances, or carefully selected accessories, the right treatment can make a window feel like an intentional architectural feature rather than simply an opening in the wall. The beauty of rustic glam comes from the balance between refinement and authenticity. Weathered finishes can sit beside luxurious fabrics, antique-inspired details can complement simple natural textures, and traditional patterns can feel fresh when thoughtfully combined. These contrasts give a room its sense of personality, history, and enduring charm. Thank you so much for spending time with Decoristique today. If you enjoyed these vintage window decor ideas, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment telling us which window treatment inspired you most. Until next time, keep creating beautiful spaces filled with timeless character and rustic elegance.